Hey guys, it's the Geek, and I'm back with the Rookie. Heyo. And we are back to I'm part of the Masquerade, Coteries of New York. One day I'll get that right. We're on night 17. I wasn't counting. And it's been a hot minute since we were recording, so I've forgotten everything. I know we got attacked by the government hate group.
At some point.
And
Second Inquisition.
yeah, that's the last thing I remember. And we are loading.
We'll figure out where we are.
Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah, we just got attacked. Okay. You've never seen D'Angelo serve anyone a death stare quite like the one he is shooting Kaiser now.
I don't know what's happening.
This is your Godfather guy.
Oh god, this is hard. The reason I need you walking and talking, Deth, is to test a hypothesis of mine. For that, I need you to finish what you were tasked to do. So, first things first. Here.
He hands you a phone. The number has already been dialed. You hear a tone. Somebody picks up.
Oh my god. Who is this? It's me, Sophie. I'm Sophie now.
Yeah. Kaiser, what the hell?
Jack Deth? Is it? It's you. Are you okay? What are you doing with that cream? Tisk, tisk, tisk. Temper, or I cut the line in the fledgling's throat. Come on, Jack Deth. Spit it out.
I got captured by the SI. Oh, listen. I got captured by the Second Inquisition, but I'm fine now.
SI? That's what I feel.
I like the hand motion as you do.
Hey, you know, Japanese people will on the telephone
Oh, yeah.
will bow. Just so. Listen, the plan, we need to do it tonight, but if the Inquisition is involved, you broke out. They'll be looking for you, so we can't meet in public. That was a horrible voice.
You're fine.
I have a place in mind, but Kaiser, are you still listening? Would I tell you if I wasn't? Jack Deth, call this number from where you visited before we last spoke. I'll come pick you up.
She hangs up.
And that's that. I don't have a thing. Was
This-
I him?
No, I think I was
you were
him. Well, Jack Deth, care to elaborate?
No, I'm him though.
Yeah, you are him. I like you're him.
But I can do it. It's hard what I've been doing the other one.
Try to pull Columbo. You've been watching Columbo?
No, his is not. His is different.
I know.
You never did tell me what kind of work you did for Langley. Don't play coy, D'Angelo.
Oh, sorry.
You must have figured at least some of it out. Don't worry. We'll have plenty of time to compare notes after we let our mutual acquaintance continue with their night. If my intel is worth a damn, your next stop, Jack Deth, is right about here.
Car comes to a stop, and the door opens. Outside, you see a street leading to Solids and Stripes, towards Pool Pub.
Well, you need to pick up that. You need me to kick you out? He's got eyes and ears everywhere.
I want to ask this one, but I know I'm going to get some snooty, like, oh, that's more than you're worth knowing bullshit. What about Agathon and D'Angelo?
What about them? They're staying right here. Or no, right where they are. And they're going to have a little chat. After we're done, I'm pretty sure they'll find their way back to their havens just fine. The clock is ticking. I think I know what Sophie wants to do tonight. And if I'm right, tonight's the last chance you've got. If you want to say bye to your buddies before you go, it's fine by me. But that schedule of yours is pretty hectic, so you better do it now and scram.
You thank both of your companions for their assistance. Without them, you wouldn't be here now. Kaiser makes a gagging gesture and urges you to step out of the car. What a dick.
You were told he was.
I know. Oh my god, that's a long one. You turn around and make your way to the bar. The door closes behind you, and Kaiser's limo starts moving again. You hope your companions won't have to pay too high a price for helping you. Salted Stripes is pretty much abandoned tonight, with only the bartender and one bleary-eyed local watching an old Bogart movie on the bar screen. I want to go to that bar.
I know.
You ask to use the phone and call Sophie first.
Yes?
I'm at the bar.
Good. We'll be there in 15 minutes. If Torque's not there, notify him. We need to move, and fast.
She hangs up. You tell the bartender to notify Torque, just like the Anarch leader mentioned you should. The man makes a short call. You only hear somebody picking up, but no words exchanged. The owner's on his way right now. Can I get you anything while you're waiting? Actually, do you serve the special stuff? Bartender raises an eyebrow. Special reserve, you mean? Sorry, I can only serve that to a narrow selection of the owner's friends. I don't get to say okay. Listen, it's been a rough night. Give me a break, please. Just a sip. I don't know. I really shouldn't. Oh, what the hell? You really do look like you need it. He takes out a bottle of from a safe behind the counter and pours a bit of brown liquid into a glass. It's whiskey. There, enjoy. Your disappointment is palpable. At least the smell is nice. Torque comes in some 10 minutes later without Mia. He tips his hat to you, puts a hand on the bleary-eyed patron's shoulder, and says something to him under his breath. They both laugh. This was me, and I was very uncomfortable using this voice. Marty, how's the night going? Quiet, sir. That's how you like it, huh? Torque notices the untouched glass with a bit of whiskey in it that you persuaded the bartender to pour. For me, you shouldn't have. He takes a glass and drinks the liquid, moving it around in his mouth before swallowing. He looks you in the eye. Sure, I won't keep it in forever, but the night when I don't enjoy the taste of good whiskey is the night when I truly consider myself damned. Well, Jack Deth, I believe you wanted me here for a reason. Let's hear it. You're about to tell him what brought you here when the doors to the bar open and Sophie walks in, all splendor and charisma. The patron's eyes are now glued to her, and so are the bartender's. God damn! No. Torque isn't happy with the sight. Well, this isn't what we agreed on, Jack Deth. Care to explain? Things got complicated. We had to improvise.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance. I believe Jack Deth already told you why I'm here.
Not in any detail. The fucking text goes too fast.
Yep.
And the circumstances of our meeting were supposed to be different. So, Mrs. Langley, tell me why I shouldn't ask you to leave and kick out your protege while I'm at it.
You will like what I have to say.
Zip. No. Yeah, I heard that line 100 times. But God, I'm getting too racist. I'm really not trying. I swear to God. Audience, please don't hate me. I'm really trying to just use a different voice. But 99 of those ended up with somebody getting hurt. And that's not something I'm in the mood for tonight.
We are wasting time. There's a unique opportunity we should take advantage of. And we only have an hour or so to discuss it before it will be time to act. My driver is waiting outside.
Wait a goddamn minute. First of all, I'm not going anywhere without Mia. That was the deal. Second, it's Jack Deth who is supposed to do the driving, not your servant.
Both serve me, so really it's a little difference. The circumstances change when you have to adapt. Don't be stubborn. Foolishness does not suit you. I have a secure spot in mind where we can talk.
I'll stop you right there. Torque is seething, but he's keeping a lid on his anger. His voice barely changes. My conditions were... I'm gonna wait. I got a lot to say. You wait. My conditions were clear. The way I hear it, you want to break each one of them. I see no reason at all to agree to any of this. I believe I will be staying put tonight. You have places to be, yes?
Sorry, you're throwing away the only chance you have at challenging Callahan. Don't be a fool.
The lid comes on. Call me a fool one more time, woman, and that's not the only thing I'm going to be throwing.
Ah.
Fuck it. Go for broke. I nearly got killed by government today. You're both acting like children. You need to put your differences aside and see the other's point of view. Both Sophie and Torque glare at you. No power, just their personas, are enough to make you feel like you'd prefer to be anywhere else but here. Who the fuck do you think you are?
There's only one child here, Jack.
Of course. How silly of me. You're the patron, Langley. What does that tell us?
And what are you implying, you insolent?
Shots break the front windows, and a flashbang goes off in the room, changing the bar into a space of white light and ringing noises. You feel somebody tugging at your back and are thrown behind the bar. More shots ring out. Bottles break. The TV shatters into pieces. Not the Bogart film.
No!
The wooden bar splinters. Your sight comes back, but you think you've gone deaf. As you suddenly the room is silent, you see Torque beside you and Marty, the bartender, bleeding out on the floor. You look over the bar. Sophie is standing there, her dress partly tattered, a visible hole in her leg. She is like the heart of a supernova, entrancing, unavoidable, beautiful, and terrifying. In front of her are 8 operatives, looking like a private military force, just standing there, paralyzed by Sophie's magnificence. Wow, that corpse is that hot.
Torque, you still there?
Yeah?
Would you kindly show your guests some hospitality?
Sure thing. The Anarch is gone in the blink of an eye, and he reappears next to one of the soldiers. The armor-clad operative's head disappears in a puff of blood and bone. How come I can't do these things? How come I try to do shit and I break my tooth? Why am I the wimpiest vampire in the world?
Because you were just embraced 17 days ago.
I'm calling bullshit. I should have some kind of I'm better than you thing.
You do!
I don't. Nobody loves me. I'm just kidding.
Fair enough.
Wow. Wow.
Words hurt.
The same thing happens to the second. The third. You hear the radios go off on the other soldiers' shoulders. Panic voice pleading them to wake up. The fourth head pops. The fifth. They finally realize what's happening, but it's too late. The sixth man is beheaded by what you now see is Torque's bare-fisted punch. Torque stops by the seventh man, rips something off his neck, and bites down. Sophie walks over to the last man and has him kneel in front of her before biting as well. On your right, a man in full body armor emerges from the back door, raising his assault rifle. What the fuck? I need a different voice. I need a voice. I
want you to work.
Yeah, I want to do something. Yeah, fucking better. Not thinking twice, you stand up and grab the soldier's head in your hands. Before he can react, you twist. The sickening sound of breaking bone is followed by the crumpling of his limp body. I got one!
Yay!
Yay! You see Torque holding a combat knife in his hand, ready to throw it. He catches your eye. Beat me to it. Langley. Sophie wipes her mouth of blood and looks at him. That meeting still an item?
Yes.
I'll take it.
Splendid.
Torque walks behind the bar and checks on the bartender. You see the Anarch open his mouth, open his own wrist, and feed blood to the wounded man. Drink up Marty, it'll make you feel better. Get the hell out of here and wait for Mia. She's coming. She'll know what to do.
Torque?
Yeah, come in. Take the back door, Jack Deth. Come on. You slink back into an alley behind the bar, leaving 10 bodies and one grievously wounded ghoul behind. Nobody stops you from circling around the block and finding your way to Sophie's car. Gregory drives away casually, as if this was just another late night drive. He probably thought it was, and not the crowning of a desperately complicated evening. Whatever. Sophie brings you all to a luxurious apartment in Manhattan's Upper West Side. The way she explains it, the vampire who owned it left the city a few years ago and gave away spare keys to a few trusted compatriots. It's been used sporadically since. Fancy.
You like it? It always felt too modern for my taste.
I'll take it.
But what's important is that it's secure.
As long as nobody followed your car here or the fledgling, trouble follows this one wherever they go.
Even if that's the case, we have a little time to conduct our business here anyway, and we'll be leaving soon, I hope. So let's begin.
Better be worth all. I'm gonna get slapped if I say that shit. You look at Sophie excited. Finally, you'll learn what it is that you've been working towards for more than a week, and what it is that Kaiser wants you to participate in.
I have it on good authority that Boss Callahan is bloodbound to Prince Pinhard.
Torque sucks air in loudly. That's an accusation and a half there, Langley. Got proof?
No, but we're just a boat ride away from getting it.
What's that supposed to mean?
Jack Deth, the address I procured from Kaiser was the meeting spot for Pinard's and the Baron's regular sharing of blood and other bodily fluids, if rumors are true.
Wait, Kaiser knew about this?
Is there anything that insufferable clump of dead skin doesn't know in the city? He knows things, but only shares them if you pay. Neither the prince nor Callahan can touch him. He's too useful.
Kaiser said something about having plans for me, that he wanted me to make this meeting happen. That can't be good, right?
That is an interesting point. I think Kaiser has been interested in shaking up the status quo as we are. The chaotic landscape makes her a great market for him, unlike a static one.
I don't like playing into that creep's hands, but at least now I know that I'm doing it. The devil you know and all that. What was the address he gave you?
They meet regularly on Ellis Island. In fact, their next scheduled meeting starts in just around half an hour.
Hot damn. I'm guessing you want to crash that meeting. Why?
So you can see proof for yourself, so that I can make sure too. And so that I have an extra pair of eyes for Pinard to consider when I present to her my ultimatum. The prince must abandon her seat and leave New York City. She can go wherever she pleases, but if she stays, the entire court will know, and the next prince might not look favorably on her past. Dealing with anarchists, especially so closely, is a punishable offense in the Camarillos, as I'm sure you've heard.
So I did. Torque strokes his beard and looks intently at Sophie. What exactly are you trying to accomplish here? Say you remove Pinhard, and I even remove Callahan, then what?
Then we'll have that. Torque, did you ever wonder why Callahan is keeping you in check? Because I wondered why the prince condemns anarchists during her visit to Elysium, but doesn't allow the ivory tower to challenge you. She, or they, have engineered this status quo not for the good of their sex, but for private gain. They keep us all in line because it lets them hold on to power that much longer.
And your goal is what? Make this Cold War turn hot? Not a great plan. You cammies will get your butts kicked out of New York in no time.
If you anarchists manage to organize, which I doubt you will, at any rate, it's a risk I'm willing to take. I don't stand alone in this. This entire operation has been years in the making. Torque, I'm offering you a chance to square things with Callahan and level the playing field. If we get rid of these two, we can start on equal footing at the next stage of this dance macabre.
Macabre?
And I think dance is pronounced slightly differently too.
Let's try it. Wait, isn't this copying the same status quo you're hoping to break? Just another Camarilla Anarch agreement to replace the current one?
Oh, for one, I don't expect to engage in physical congress with Torque to seal the deal.
Heh, fair enough. I'll wait for my dialogue to finish. Also, if I understand your intention, this is just an alliance of convenience, a ceasefire for a common benefit, not a lasting peace treaty. Did I get that right?
Exactly. You see, Jack Deth, it's nothing like the current agreement. It's quite the opposite, wiping the slate clean. Ooh. I just saw the word take.
See, now I can't cut that. You know, after all those years spent in Callahan's shadow and taking part in all the kindred dick measuring contests, I should expect a ruse, some ploy to kill me in an out-of-the-way place. That's our inherent paranoia talking. My gut tells me it's time to get this show started. I do hope you have a boat nearby, Langley. Sophie smiles mischievously.
Of course I do. It's waiting for us by the pier.
Lead on then, moonlight's burning. Three of you leave the apartment and walk towards the pier. Nobody seems to be following you. You get on a small patrol boat and double time it through the Hudson's cold, dark waters. Out of all the places in New York City where the Prince and the Baron can meet, and it's Ellis Island, a landmark with a dark past, a museum on one hand, a dilapidated piece of history on the other.
That was one of those tricky ones. Where it like doesn't scroll to the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
One word.
Right. You leave the boat and make your way to the southern part of the island, paying no heed to the renovated tourist attractions on the northern side.
Yeah, who cares about them?
Honestly, if I went to New York, this would be like one of 3 places that I'd actually want to go to.
Yeah, I don't know any place in New York.
Well, I think Ellis Island is like where they have the Statue of Liberty.
It is.
Okay. You expect some resistance, a night guard, a helicopter flying overhead, or maybe the NYPD boat patrol. Nothing. The island seems completely deserted.
Okay.
It's clear this sets Sophie on edge. She's moving as quietly and subtly as ever, but you can see as she's eager to reach a particular house her intel pointed out. Torque is following suit, grimly determined, flashing his piercing gaze all over, still clearly uncertain that this isn't some kind of con. Why didn't they just bring henchmen with a camera? This feels like the people in charge are getting their hands dirty. I don't know. Finally, you see it. Light coming from a window in one of the buildings at the edge of the island. The three of you slowly creep closer to the building and take a look inside the window. There it is, Callahan kneeling in front of the prince, sucking Panhart's wrist. Both fully clothed, a small blessing. Jesus Christ. Torque makes his move, and before Sophie can stop him, he busts through the building's door. It all happens very quickly. Torque grabs Callahan by the shoulders and throws him through the still open door. Callahan hits the ground hard. Torque appears on top of him and starts punching. You fucker! You piece of shit! No, this was me. Stop! The prince's voice... damn it. The prince's voice takes hold for just long enough to make Torque relent, which the Baron uses to the fullest. He shoves Torque off of himself and tries to bite down.
Please call off your lapdog.
Langley, what's the meaning of this? What? The two red hearts break apart, both wounded, but neither is quite done yet. They look at one another with pure hatred. Way to, like, break the advantage here, buddy. I don't remember which one it was. I'll say it was me.
It was you.
Kill the bitch, Helen, but leave the fledging to me. Right after I deal with this shit stain, I'm gonna...
That
A
might have been me.
shrill, unpleasant laugh fills the air. You know who it belongs to.
I don't know who this guy is.
I don't know who this guy is. How do I know who this is?
I know who he is. You talked to him at Elysium once, I think. I'm not 100% sure.
I thought that was the dude that Angelo was after.
But I don't remember any of his voices or what the fuck.
Oh, Arturo. I'm gonna try the John Rhys Davis thing.
Okay.
So entertaining, truly. It feels almost a shame to break up this spectacle, but alas.
Thomas.
Oh, okay, I remember now. She was talking to him at the apartment one time.
Okay.
Who the fuck is this joker? Oh, yes, I don't believe we've met. Though I did hear a lot about you, Mr. Talk. My name is Thomas Arturo, and I... Callahan uses this moment of uncertainty to strike. He's still too slow for Torque. He throws the boss onto the lawn where the two exchange blows once again. Ahem. Helena, if you'd be so kind as to ask your friend to not hurt our guest too much. Callahan, don't kill him! She's the one who wrecks my voice. Or my throat. This time Callahan comes out on top and grabs Torque in an iron hold. Your companion struggles, but can't break away. I will not be denied, Helen. Not this time. You will do as I command. And she will do as I command, Douglas, old boy.
What?
Like I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, I feel like I need to break up this little spectacle. It's been going on for far too long. Villainous exposition. You think you're so smart, Langley. You and your clique figured out that there was something fishy going on all your own, but you were always working with just a piece of the puzzle. Wasn't she, Jack Deth? Sophie looks at you, shocked and disappointed. What are you? What I'm talking about, you ask? You fledgling. You don't know, how could you? Only I knew. And your sire, of course. They're the one who agreed to embrace you after some negotiations. You hear a scream and a curse. It's Callahan, whose arm has been nearly ripped off his body. Torque breaks out of Baron's grasp, but doesn't continue to attack. Instead, he's at the edge of the water. In the blink of an eye, disappears into the Hudson. The only trace left of him is his fedora. Are we at the end game?
I don't know.
You know what? We're going to find out next episode.
Okay.
Maybe next episode's the last episode. I don't know. It'll be fun to find out. Thank you guys for joining us, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.